Sultul Vina Fredische Basims. When last we left off, Dave got that promotion he's been working for and finally hired a maid. Let's face it, Dave is a massive slob, and all the dog urine everywhere certainly doesn't help. I mean, there's some right there on the neighbourhood screen, just to show how much of it there normally is. The maid will clean up while Dave's not there, meaning that a lot of time is freed up when he gets back home from work to do other things, and also to do things before he goes to work. For instance, Dave has finally gained 2 points of cooking. It's going to be a long time before he even thinks about working for another promotion. Not only does he need a lot of skill points, but he also needs to gain 2 more family friends, which is pretty difficult for one sim to do. That's not going to stop Samuel from trying, because he needs to gain 2 family friends of his own. He only currently has 1, and that is just barely. And Claire is not a family friend, even though he's at 96 positive with her, which just goes to show how much negative she has on her end. We also need to gain 4 points of creativity and another family friend from scratch, which is going to be a little bit difficult. I imagine it's probably going to be Mortimer or maybe Bella, but we'll have to work on that from the absolute beginning, because 1 there on the short term and 0 here on the short term means we need to gain 50. We also need to buy something to improve our creativity, and we're going to get an art easel. It does provide 2 fun and is 250 simoleons. I mean, we could also get a guitar, which pretty much is a different version of the art easel. What the art easel has over the guitar is a group activity because people can dance while or listen to him play, whereas the art easel can make paintings which you can sell for money. If you're good enough with creativity, you can use it to gain an alternate source of income, which means that you don't actually have to go to work. There are other ways of doing that. You can make preservatives, and you can also make gnomes forever, but I don't think Samuel is a gnome-making kind of person. There we go, that's the creativity sorted. The family friends part we're definitely going to have to sort out at some point. We're probably going to need to take the day off to make sure we can get those family friends back, because I imagine we'll be losing Dave pretty soon. And for some reason there are flies everywhere, and we nearly have all of our energy back, just a little more, and the phone is going. Let's go and get that right now. You never know what the phone might be. It might be a massive pile of money. He's been quite lucky with massive piles of money. Then we'll need to make the bed and clean the toilet there and water the plants. There we go, that's a nice order for things. And I think we'll need to have some fun before we use the art easel, because he won't have enough fun to... and there goes the 3rd psychic advisor's head. Do not be Samuel's psychic advisor. It's a fatal, fatal career choice. I've no idea why he's gone through 3 of them. I don't think Dave's gone through 1. There we go, just clean that up there. I've no idea why there are flies. Hopefully they'll go away eventually. And that has been cleaned, and washing your hands is always very important. That bit of hygiene always helps. And then water the plants and have a meal. Breakfast is always good to have, although having it at 4 o'clock in the morning is a little bit early. There we go. And you may occasionally cut your hands when you're chopping things up, but you are very good at cooking. The actual cooking part, you're now quite skilled at. There we go. Excellent. And the food he makes is also going to be absolutely brilliant. There we go. Eat well, Samuel, for you're now going to have a day full of painting and talking to people. He doesn't really need to talk to people right now. His social is massively full, and it's going to take a long time for that to go down. But he does need to make those friends back. He's going to lose Dave eventually, and Claire is most certainly not his friend at the moment. There we go. That is bladder sorted, and then hygiene next, and hopefully those flies are just going to go away, because I've no idea why they're here. Maybe they'll never leave. Maybe. Who knows, eh? They might have actually gone now. Maybe. No, wait, they're still there. I can still hear them. We're actually going to have to read a book for a moment before we do anything for gaining creativity, because fun is so critically low that he won't want to do this without actually having some fun already. And the carpool should arrive pretty soon, but we're going to be ignoring that because we have things we need to do, like gain a few points of creativity. There we go. Gaining 1 or 2 will certainly help, and we'll just fast forward this a little bit. Actually, it is already going at a suitable speed. He's not going to be very good at painting whatsoever right now. Not at all, and the paintings that he makes will not sell for very much, if they even sell for anything. Also, this is one of the skills where, at the lower levels, the creativity bar for gaining skills goes up massively at intervals, and I don't know why it does that as opposed to just going up in little bits like all the other ones, but the result is still the same. We gain 1 point of creativity. What vision! What talent! Samuel received 1 creativity skill point, and he's working on a painting of somebody perhaps that he's met before. I don't know. It is someone, though, and hopefully it's going to be a decent enough painting. Time to ignore that car and just keep on painting. Just pretend you never heard it, Samuel. You probably did hear it, but just pretend that you didn't. We're going to work until you get a 2nd point of creativity, and then we're just going to ignore everything else and focus on gaining Claire back as a family friend and Dave as a family friend, because I imagine we're going to lose Dave as a family friend very soon. It's certainly a very interesting painting you're working on. Not sure if it's very good. It's always the same selection of paintings that get made, and it never really shows here the quality of it. You'll only get to find that out when he's finished. And we have missed work, and I imagine this might be the first day of working. I don't think our boss is going to be very impressed with us. Is it done? It is done, and we earned absolutely nothing for that. I'm not surprised whatsoever. The phone isn't going, that's fine, we'll just get rid of this, and there's the phone, probably telling us that we've missed work, and we're just going to ignore that. There is no reason to be told that, we already know. There we go, and there we go. Everything has been taken care of. And now I think we're going to be ringing Claire. We need to get that friendship back on track. There we go. 1 phone call, and hopefully she'll want to come round. I imagine she will, because the relationship is quite decent, even if it's only one-sided on the decentness. There we go. I was thinking of watching my plants grow, but your place might be more interesting. I'll be over in a bit. Bear in mind she said might be more interesting. There is no guarantee that it will be more interesting. We're going to catch a little bit of... Oh, careful. We're going to catch a little bit of shut-eye while we wait for her to come round. And there we go. Is she actually going to... she's going to ring the doorbell again. There we go. Now we can greet her by shaking her hand. I know you didn't get much rest, but every little bit of rest does help. Sometimes you'll end up resting, and the game will not let you actually do anything until you assign a command, even if you cancel the action of resting. There we go. We probably should have rested in the bed instead. That would have been... then again, you would have been in your pyjamas, which wouldn't have been the best way to greet Claire. Then again, they don't really care if you're in your pyjamas. Now we're going to be talked to. Actually, let's be talked to. There we go. You're talking about parties, which is absolutely brilliant. Parties are an excellent conversation topic. And immediately we have a family friend once more, which is great. We'll let this conversation pan out. There we go. More conversation about parties. Maybe they're talking about Dave's party. That was the only party that's ever happened, after all. And while we're not really gaining any pluses, although it does say we are gaining pluses, it's more on Claire's end that we want to fortify the friendship. More party conversation. Always a good one. I don't think we've met anyone that doesn't like talking about that. Everybody loves it, especially Dave's, that mostly just had pizza and watching cartoons. It wasn't really a great party. You can actually call to host parties in the House Party expansion, and they are pretty good. A friendly hug there will ensure that there's quite a bit of plus there. It's not a double plus, though, but getting a single plus there is quite good. It's also a much shorter action. I don't think that's a very good conversation topic. She is not interested in that whatsoever. We'll have one more talking segment, and then I think we'll call it quits on this conversation. Hello there, Mama. How are you? Why are you talking about footballs? I'm pretty sure she's, not a fan of that whatsoever. There we go. We want a different conversation. We could actually change the topic, I think, as well. Maybe we need to change the topic? I don't think we do here. I think she actually likes to... No, she does not like talking about that. I don't think she likes talking about that at all. Let's give one more friendly hug and see if that works, and then I think we'll say farewell, because we need to work on talking to Dave. There we go. if you can chain those actions, they are pretty good, the hugs, for improving the relationship status, but I think in the Hot Date they added it up so that you can't constantly chain the same action, and doing so would also, those hands are nowhere near each other whatsoever, but I think that friendship is pretty good right now. There we go, 98, which is brilliant. We also now need to call Dave. I think Dave's not back from work yet. So we're going to just have a little bit of a nap for a while. There we go. How long? Maybe about an hour. There we go, that's a little bit... Yep, Dave Smith is no longer a family friend. Well, we'll be sorting that, don't you worry. We'll use the toilet and take a shower. We might as well clean the shower later as well. I know, it wasn't much of a rest, but we'll be sorting things out for you. There we go. That need has been filled up, and the hygiene need as well. This will also help later, because it means that tomorrow we won't need to fill these bars up as much, which is brilliant. There we go. That has been sorted. And then we'll ring and see if Dave would like to come round. I imagine Dave will, because we do know each other quite well, even though we're no longer family friends. Here we go. Why don't you come over? I'm sure you'll have a whale of a time. You might not. Sure, this place is Dullsville. I'm sure I'll have more fun at your place. I'm not so sure about that, considering the fact that there's really not much for you to do right now. At all. Have a bit of a nap until Dave comes round. It's not going to be that long, maybe about half an hour. As I said, it would be better energy-wise to use the bed, but then you'd have the minor problem of having pyjamas when you're meeting people. There we go, we just want you to... you got up by yourself, which is fantastic. And you're probably, gonna have a complaint because your energy is nowhere near high enough. But resting on a sofa never really improves your energy that much. There we go. Hello, how are you? Are you well? I hope you're well, because we're going to have a conversation. Most likely about, no, we're not going to have you hear gossip, because hearing gossip normally doesn't go very well. There we go. Because Samuel is not the most social of people, he doesn't have that many options. Like, he doesn't have compliment, which is a pretty good one. Fortunately, parties are the conversation for the moment, and one family friend is assured, which is excellent. We need to improve this relationship a fair bit before Samuel's energy absolutely tanks. There we go. I'm not sure money is the best conversation. No, money's actually not bad. Money is okay. He didn't seem like he was enjoying it that much, but money seems to be working. 62 there is fine. We need to improve that a little bit more, maybe make it 80 or something. 80 would pretty much mean that it was very comfortable and won't go down that quickly. And then we could focus on gaining a third family friend. Third family friend is going to be a bit tricky, probably a very temporary family friend, but as long as we have that family friend for just long enough, it should work out. One more conversation, I think. There we go, and that is improved to 77. It's a pretty good family friend right now, and that will also improve on Dave's side as well, which is excellent. Dave doesn't need to focus on maintaining this friendship at all for a little while. Now we're talking about computer disks, floppy disks specifically. I'm not sure Samuel will like that so much, because that's pretty much his job. I think we'll just shake hands here to say farewell. So long, brother. We shall talk again another time. And now, that conversation is over. I think it was a pretty good use of a day, to be honest. We'll water the plants and clean that and clean that. I know you're probably very tired right now, but we have just a few more things we need you to do, and then you'll go to work. Excellent. This will also help improve the long-term relationship with both Claire and with Dave, which is excellent. It just is excellent, because having a long-term relationship will certainly help in making sure that it lasts, and Samuel needs friendships that will last a long time. But for now, what he needs is sleep, the most exciting thing that he could ever do. And the flies are back for some reason. I've no idea why the flies are back, but they are back. I mean, there's nothing here that would mean that they're here, but for some reason they're just here. Alright, there we go. Energy is full. You're going to make the bed as the first thing you do. There we go. And now you're going to do what you normally do. You're going to have breakfast, you're going to use the toilet, you're going to have a shower, and then you're going to paint some more. You might as well work on the one thing that's fun that will help you gain that promotion. This is definitely going to be the last promotion that Samuel is going to work on, because I think the next one requires 4 family friends, and it's hard enough for Samuel to work on 3. But then again, it will be such a good job that he won't need another family friend, or to get any promotion whatsoever. There we go, hunger is fine, and then bladder and hygiene will be fine, and everything else will be fine as well. There we go. I've still no idea why those flies are there. There is literally nothing that would cause that. We'll water the plants as well, but those flies just sort of linger everywhere. Maybe it's time for Samuel to hire a maid as well. If anything, it will only cost a few simoleons if there's nothing to clean up. Let's actually do that, shall we? We'll water the plants, and then again, the carpool's about to arrive, so no time for fun or anything else. Are the flies? Yep, they're still here. It's just going to be a mystery. They also are absolutely fine with phasing through solid matter and going through walls. No idea how they managed to do it, but they still managed to do it. We'll have you paint a tiny bit. I mean, any amount of plus that you gain while we're waiting for work is better than no plus, and gaining more fun is always good. But we're definitely going to be working on improving that once you're back from work. And you do need to work, even though 1 day of work is pretty much enough for you to... it's enough for you to pay your bills and all your food needs as well. There we go. And people just walk on by, which is good, because they're not staying, and the animals are not staying either. Sometimes people will just spontaneously knock on the door, I think. I don't remember how often that is. It's very rare, but sometimes they will. There you go, you brought home a fair amount of money. Recycle there, and then carry on painting. You do have a lot of energy. A lot of energy indeed, and you can just focus on gaining quite a few points of creativity here. Maybe only 1 more, but 1 is all we need at the moment. If we're lucky, we could gain 2 points. Then all we need to do is get 1 more family friend. Also, I think you're cooking food. You really shouldn't be cooking food right now, but you've already done so, because I was fast-forwarding a bit too much, and I've no idea what that is you've made, but hey, it does fill up your hunger a bit, and we'll sell that painting. Maybe you might even get something halfway decent for it. Who knows, eh? I think you going to bed, though, might be a good idea, just because, it is getting rather late. And you did earn 3 whole simoleons there! It's better than no simoleons, like the last time, but hey, it's 3. Something is happening. Ah! A sneaky sim has arrived to try and steal something from our house, and this is not going to go well for you, because the alarm has already gone off, and for some reason this sim is determined to steal something. It's not going to go well for you. At all. You've already been caught by Police Officer Michelle. The gig is up, thief. The burglar has been captured. We need to take these objects as evidence. You actually didn't take anything. You have been reimbursed by your insurance company for 2,852 simoleons. Why have I got that money when he didn't take anything? You also receive 1,000 simoleon bonus for the capture of this wanted criminal. I have no idea why I gained all of that money, and yet the sim does set off the alarm when he walks by. We now have a lot of money to play with, and I have no idea why we have it. I'm not going to complain that we have it, but we have a lot of money. That is a big bonus, and we could spend it on a lot of things, but we should improve all of this. That's what we should do. We have a lot of money, let's improve the things that are the most important for time. We will get the Flush Force 5 XLT. It has comfort and it has bladder, which is excellent. Let's read the description of that. If ever there were a toilet that would contribute better to satisfying the Sims' bladder motives, this would be it. Don't ask why, don't ask how. It's just cool looking, and has more buttons than a stealth bomber, complete with 8-hour emergency battery pack, heated seat and 56K modem. Why does it need a modem? Why does everything need a modem? It's even equipped with auto-flush technology. That is important. I think that is something that Dave would most certainly appreciate. And also, we want this, the Chrome Concept Shower. exclusive, elite, encapsulated, also known in shower design circles as E3. Chrome manages to capture them all in our new Chrome concept shower. Invigorating shower massage, temperature tune and vertical height and adjustment all combine to make each shower a hands-free dream. Chrome. It costs 3,000 simoleons, but the difference in 6 hygiene and 10 is astounding. And there is one more thing we can do. We can also get a better sink, the Chrome Faucet System. The Chrome Faucet System represents the apogee of current water-to-face technology and design. Who knew it needed redesigning, eh? Who knew? By combining hot and cold water delivery, liquid temperature control is placed in the user's hands. Like it always has been, cutting-edge, cut crystal design references the water, as it itself references itself. Burnt chrome, stained glass, crystal. 622 simoleons. This is a lot of money we've just spent, but it most certainly is worth it, because this makes going to use the toilet and the shower that much better. That much better. And when we come back, folks, hopefully we'll have situations like that, where people decide to try and rob us and steal nothing, and give us an absolute fortune's worth of items. Thank you, some sneaky sim that we'll never know the name of. You've just made Samuel's day that much better. We may even want to get a better one of these at some point. But hey, a free upgrade for the shower and the bath and everything. Well, bath, I keep mentioning baths. He does not have a bath. He doesn't have one now. He may get one later. Who knows, eh? He may get one later. But a free upgrade to everything in here apart from the mirror is always good. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Dag dag.